we are here, we're going to talk about mental health. Though very many people have disappointed, they have let me down, but when you're persistent, you ensure that you bring out your issues that you want to talk about for people to know, more especially mental health. In this generation which we are in, we encounter very many things. But let me tell you one thing, mental health is a key. And very many people, according to the research and surveys that I've done personally, I've found out that very many people, they don't know about mental health. They don't know what mental health is. They don't know if they should take serious mental health. But the truth is, we should take mental health serious. In the past years, New Vision released a research that they carried out, which was that 14 million people in Uganda are struggling with mental health illnesses. I think it was in 2021, 2019 there. But I think the percentage and the million people have increased. Right now we are all about like 48 million people in Uganda. So let's say that right now almost 16 million people in Uganda are struggling with mental health. And when I moved out asking people out there, they don't know about mental health. They don't know mental health. And right now we are here to put this awareness out for people to know about mental health. Someone can be there asking, what is mental health? Mental health generally, it takes encompasses of well-being in terms of the emotional, psychological and social state of someone. How someone thinks, how someone feels, how someone socially interacts with other people. That is mental health. And we also confuse mental health with mental illnesses. Mental illnesses, for them, are diagnosed. We can say they are diseases. Right? We can say they are diseases. But someone's mental health well-being can be characterized by different things. But here we have emotional well-being, having a positive sense of self-experience and range of emotions, being able to manage effectively. So emotional well-being, how are you emotionally? Are you okay? We have psychological well-being. Psychological well-being is feeling a sense of purpose in life, like you have a purpose in life. Then we also have social well-being, how you interact with other people. Some people hide in being introverts. It's not bad being an introvert, but also how do you socialize with people? If you're an introvert, you also have that side of socializing with people. So we need to know the mental health is characterized by different things, right? So we also have cognitive functioning, having the ability to think clearly. When you're mentally struggling, you will not think right. You're going to be having a lot of things which are going to be moving up in your mind. You don't have that ability to think rightly. So we also have stress management, how you manage your stress. So well-being mentally is how you manage stress in your life, right? So we're going to focus more on this. Mental health is very important. The first thing that we need to know is that mental health is important. Whether in school, at your workplace, mental health is important. So mental health is the well-being of someone, but we also have mental health illnesses. These illnesses, we try to mix them up, and many people think that mental health illnesses are independent on themselves, but these mental health illnesses are brought by certain things that we go through. And some of mental health illnesses that we do have, we have depression, we have anxiety, we have stress, we also have bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a condition marked by extreme shifts in mood energy. We also have post-traumatic stress disorder. This affects more of people who have gone through traumatic experiences, more especially soldiers who happen to be in wars. We saw these post-traumatic disorders raising after the World War II. Those people who went to fight for their colonial masters in world wars. So we also have obsessive compulsive disorder, and we also have eating disorders. Also, eating disorders are mental illnesses. We also have borderline personality. We have people struggling with drug addictions, substance use disorder, drug addiction. We also have people struggling with alcohol. It can also be a mental health illnesses. But right now we're going to focus on something which is called depression. Depression. People, we rarely take depression as serious as it is, but depression is real. Depression is a mental disorder that affects millions of people in the world. And we've seen that depression affects most of people in universities, most of people in their families, and most of people in their families, and most of people are struggling to have this well-being and how they can handle depression, right? So depression has symptoms of, how do you know that you're depressed? How do you know that you're depressed? And what you're going to do is only one. You're going to go in the comment section, you ask the questions, or you tell us what you know. What is depression to you? How do you understand depression? So depression is characterized, or the signs or the symptoms of depression. We have sleeping disturbances, insomnia, and very many people in this generation are struggling with insomnia. More especially my people on X, Instagram. You find someone scrolling on X at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and we have different things which brings in insomnia. So here we are trying to see things from above. But you're going to dig deeper to understand what is insomnia. We also have people who are struggling with fatigue or loss of energy. Fatigue. You feel your body is paining, you're having those painings in your body. Fatigue can also be a symptom of depression. So we also have difficulty in concentrating or making decisions. For you can't decide. You have those difficulties in making decisions. That can also be a symptom that you're struggling with depression. We also have recurrent thoughts of death or suicide. You feel like you want to commit suicide. That is also a symptom of depression. So very many people are struggling with mental health disorders, but they have not come out to know that these are symptoms of this. So we're going to also talk about more and more how to overcome these disorders. Also, one of the symptoms of depression, we also have changes in appetite or weight. You find you lose appetite. Let's say you used to take your breakfast at 9 a.m., but you don't feel like eating, you're not hungry, or you eat too much. That can also be a sign of depression. But right now, we are going to talk about how to overcome depression. In our next episodes, as we continue to engage together, as we continue to learn together, we're going to talk about how to overcome these disorders. Like we've seen, we have anxiety, but right now, we've decided to look at depression. So, depression, what do you know about depression? You're going to go in our comment sections and you talk about how do you understand it, and also you can write to us on our email. It's letstalkwithsurvivor@gmail.com. Also on our social platforms, share with us. You can also feel like you want to advise us in one way or the other, or you feel like you want to share with us anything. So what you're going to do, it's only one. You're going to write to us on our email. Our email address is letstalkwithsurvivor@gmail.com. Also, you can write to us on our WhatsApp number. It's +256 7026 70373. We're going to keep in touch. Share with us what you know about depression, and we're going to be talking about it. Depression, right? Thank you for being a good listener and a viewer of Let's Talk with Survivor today. We are going to keep engaging with you in our next episodes. On camera, I was having Brian from I and the crew that has enabled this to happen. Have a good time.